But one day on set, Bob walks up to me and he says, "Could you check in the wardrobe, see Linda? I think she's got something for you, so would you mind picking it up?" I said, "No, it's okay." So I whipped over to the trailer, and there she had the wardrobe hanging. Put this on. So that's how I got to be Black Bart, right there. Like I said, Bob Clark and I were news. We exchanged Christmas cards and stuff like that. But the interior of the house was in a studio in Toronto. We only shot the exterior of the house here. Did everybody know that already?
No.
No. So I don't know what else you really would like to know. You know my history on the movie is that.
Now, this person who just walked in is Tom Wallace. He was the kid in the movie that said, "Holy cow, it's the fire department." Is that right? Will you do it for us now? Would you like to redo it for us now? Those two lines.
I'm not sure whether I can or not. My voice is a little deeper than what it
This
was.
might be your big chance.
So looking out the window, holy cow, it was the fire department. Wow, it's the cops. Probably not as good as
Why don't you tell the folks briefly, like how you came to be in the movie?
well, pure acting ability, really. Yeah. No, I was fortunate enough to live in an area where Bob Clark, obviously, he had purchased a home, and it was just down the street from me. And he had purchased it because to make movies in Ontario, Canada, he needed to own some property. So he purchased it. He was looking for a contractor to renovate this cottage, and my dad owned a construction company. So he employed him to do that, and while he was doing that, he said, I need somebody to make sure that the place is kept neat and tidy and the grass is cut and all that stuff while we're not here. And so my dad volunteered. He said, well, he's got nothing to do, so he'll do it, right? So I was volunteered at 12, and and I remember one day Bob and his wife Lanny were there, and his one child, and he come out and stopped me. I was cutting the grass, and he says, "Hey Tom, you want to be in a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And like I didn't really process it, right? It was like I didn't even know that he was a producer. I didn't know. So
you
and
have
that's
the
how it
option.
started. Well, yeah. Well, and that's how it all went down. So I'd like to think it was pure acting ability. Like listening to me now, it's not, right? So
You're hoping for Corky's Street.
yeah, that's right.
Any other questions? Have anybody thought of something they'd like to ask? Sure, go ahead.
My question is for all of you guys. Is there any gift you really wanted for Christmas? Like how Ralphie wants a red BB gun?
At that age?
Yeah.
I think it was a Cabbage Patch.
Oh,
Kid.
yeah.
Definitely a Cabbage Patch. Now, Tom Cruise. No, Cabbage Patch Kids were
Definitely.
the big
That
thing when
was
we were
a big
kids.
thing
Yeah.
back then, yeah.
Yeah, I remember my grandmother fighting in the store for them, remember?
Yeah, my parents
I
went to
got one.
Kmart
Oh, yeah.
to go get them, and there was like dolls flying through the air
Yeah.
and kicked across the floor, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was insane. So
Did you get one?
600.
yes,
So did I.
I've got a question for Wendy. Wendy, so you were you're one of the St. Catherine's kids,
Yep.
who was really the only named character. Do you remember how that went down, that you got to be Esther Jane?
He just picked at me, I guess, to sit in the front, and
Yeah,
it
so he
wasn't
said,
like
"You're it." Yeah.
like an interview or anything.
Yeah.
It was just like where I was sitting. It's like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. Yeah.
But do you guys remember being interviewed by Bob Clark? To be in the costume scene?
I don't. No.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Corey remembers everything.
I don't remember
Bob
that.
I don't
You guys
remember
don't
that
remember
either.
getting drunk with the teeth.
No,
Bob Clark?
no, I
I
But
do
the
remember.
Listerine? I don't even remember the Listerine.
No, I don't.
I
Who
don't
wants,
remember
who wants
that.
to tell the gang, again, briefly, how you came, like, how did they end up in St. Catharines, and how much were you paid to be in it, and, like, how did you
$1.
end up as part of the
$1 US dollar.
Wait,
US
$1.
dollar. No, it's Canadian dollar.
Canadian
dollar.
It's
Canadian
Oh, that's
dollar.
even worse.
I still have mine.
Right, really?
I still have mine, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he got paid $500.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh, did you get
Probably
paid?
got paid for the
Come on.
We each got one
I got
Canadian dollar.
$500.
Yep.
And,
Even the American actors didn't make any money on this movie.
and the school
I
board
didn't know
got
that.
I
$3.55
probably made
an hour
5
for
times as much
each of our
movie.
It's like anybody, yeah.
I think what
The
happened
deal
was
they made,
legally.
kids and their parents didn't understand, SAG wasn't involved, and they just got screwed. I
Definitely.
don't mind saying it, these guys particularly got screwed.
Mhm.
But even the lead actors never got their due in terms of contractual payments.
Yes.
Oh.
I make, well, I'll throw a figure out, I shouldn't, but I have made $6,000 a year residuals over the last, how many years?
Wow.
They don't
For the
make
movie.
any.
But we're not even like, we're not
Oh, you're not
even, when
even
you do the
classified.
credits
Oh,
or
no.
anything, we're not there. Like Esther Jane, not there. Like if you look up Esther Jane from A Christmas Story, it'll give you the musical.
Yeah.
And it doesn't give you like my
And it-
picture
and
or
it's
anything.
his,
That's why so many
original
people are
story
like,
is actually Esther
yeah,
Jane.
so many people are like, it can't be you. It's
weren't
not
union
you.
classified. You weren't union
Yeah,
classified.
we weren't
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, you weren't
Well-
ACTRA and you weren't SAG.
Yes,
So
that's
they
right.
gave you a box lunch and $1, and that got them off the hook.
Is that what you were?
Now they can
I
claim
think the saddest
They
thing
just
is
treated them
probably,
like extras.
overlooked
Yeah.
was
They got
They don't even think
Yeah.
Victoria's School in the
I
credits.
can't even begin to tell
Yeah.
you the
So-
total amount of
Yeah,
money
we-
that I've
we
made
had
out of
been
pictures.
told they were going to name
It's
at least
more
the
than
school,
anybody
so we all
else,
sat,
probably.
You know, when we got our screening
Except
and we
after
watched
the movie,
credits,
these
and
kids
I
have
we
made
were-
it.
we
We're all waiting.
Yeah, more
So
than the
they're
initial.
making it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making up for the dollars.
What brought them here today?
So Alex, you have a kind of a claim to fame, don't you? You're kind of like internet famous for your role because of why?
A Dukes of Hazzard digital watch.
That you mistakenly wore.
Mistakenly wore. There's many people online trying to argue, particularly with me, that it's a Transformers watch. And I know.
How on
that-
earth would they tell it it's a transformer?
I know. But yeah, it's
Digital enhancement,
Dukes of Hazzard,
yeah.
circa 1983.
And I always picked up on my hand with the nail polish on it. Do they even have nail polish then?
Probably not that.
Like,
Did you?
yeah, I did. My mom always painted my nails, and she got my bangs. That's why they're all messed up. She always
I think
painted
back
her
then I
nails.
was like, yeah, your mom just like my hair was chopped. I
Corey,
don't know.
tell us about the teeth. What do you remember about the teeth scene in the movie?
Hard to keep in.
Definitely.
They were adult size, and you can tell how somebody, especially Artie Robb, he's got like tooth sticking out and his lips are gouged. But they after every take, and there was a lot of takes,
Poor Ted.
they got put into a bowl of Listerine, which back then had alcohol in it. So
Okay, so
you're
you
tucking
kinda
it up
just-
under your
You
lip
just-
and
yeah.
absorbing it instantly
I don't
as a
remember that.
10-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah,
So like you could have used like the teeth that Diller.
Yeah, so then at the end, you spin it over, it's
Just a
over.
bunch of hammered
I remember
kids.
that.
Acting came naturally with the
Maybe it was a Listerine that I don't remember about it.
Dwayne, what,
I
like,
said you were drunk.
Dwayne, what do you remember about becoming, you told us a little bit how they kind of just at the last minute told you, hey, we got a costume for you, but do you remember much about doing those stunts in Ralphie's backyard where you jumped on
Oh, I
the
remember that
horse?
well, yes. I used a trampoline to get up on the horse.
Yeah.
And in some versions, you could actually see the corner of the trampoline. So I had to use a trampoline, and I rigged the guys who came down the poles head first and all that stuff. So that scene was, there was some stuff shot in Toronto at a studio, Niagara studio, I think, that nobody can find. It wasn't in a
deleted
movie and
scenes,
it's
yeah.
disappeared. And it's all the bad guys in their uniforms sneaking up on the house, So they're going up over rooftops, looking
Oh,
at
cool.
me like that. Nobody
Don't you
knows
wish
where
that
that
you had a
footage
copy of that footage today?
is. I would get more for that footage than it cost them to make the movie. So if you happen to see it around, it's mine, okay?
Leanne, you haven't said too much yet. Tell us about your experience making the movie. And, do people ever recognize you and say, oh, don't I know you from somewhere?
Not really. Although it's funny because when we were sitting in our area there, everyone's like looking at my picture. They're like, "Oh, you look the same." So when
I
people
think you
realize
and
it,
Jill
Yeah,
look
yeah.
a lot,
Similar?
yes,
Mhm.
when you guys
Yeah,
were
I guess
younger.
that's good.
It's a good thing, eh?
Yeah, I know. Kids look worse, but yeah, like I remember like when we were filming and stuff, and like we had to be out of the school like so early because back in those days it was like 10 to 9 you were supposed to be there, but we had to be there for like before 8.
Wasn't it 7 or something, I remember?
think it was-
Sometimes I think it was
It was
It was
earlier.
7 or 8, so
Mm.
we would like, and this was like January or February or whatever, so it was like pitch black. And I was 8 years old, so 3 of the other kids that were in the classroom scene, they were all siblings, so they were all in it together. They lived around the corner from me, so I'd get up early in the morning, get my stuff together, and walk in the dark around the corner to their house, and then their dad would drive us all to school. So yeah, it was interesting. But my mom, she was always like, oh, you gotta look your best, and she'd be like preening me, and curling my hair up and stuff so it looked nice. But then I guess eventually the wardrobe or makeup people said, "Ooh, can you like not do that to her hair? It's messing with the continuity. We gotta have her look the same." So.
Now, I'm sure a lot of you have memories of working with Peter Billingsley and some of the actors from Hollywood. Tom, you've got a couple, right? Didn't you spend some time with those guys?
Yep, yeah, we stayed in the same hotel together, so,
I've heard those stories.
yeah,
I've heard some of those
we were
stories.
pretty rough, in the hallways, and we were told multiple times to be quiet. But yeah, we played hockey in the hallways, and it turned into like a,
Brawl?
physical, it was
Yeah, awesome.
a lot of fun.
And was Peter Billingsley like a real down-to-earth kid, or was he kind of,
I remember him as being kind of he was pretty down to earth. You could tell, I mean, I was a kid from the country, I mean, I didn't really, he obviously was a little bit more well-cultured than what I was. But Scott Schwartz, I remember him. Ever remember, like, when we were in the classroom and we were doing shoots, and he'd come up and pinch your ass? Constantly pinching your ass.
you guys know who he's talking about? The kid that played Flick?
Flick?
The kid who
Yeah.
got-
Yeah, I met him another time.
Just walking
Yeah.
around being
Today,
outrageous.
he's a good
Actually,
guy.
the kids weren't bad to work with at all.
Did he?
It's a situation where they didn't have any.
Yeah, I mean, when he was a
weight.
kid, he
Mm.
did some movies like Richard Pryor
They were
and
doing
The
it
Toy.
with
The
same
Toy,
things.
Yeah.
what was another one that he did? Anybody remember? But and like so many guys, he kind of aged out of it, and then he's been trying.
Did he do any adult? I
Yes.
thought so,
He did.
yeah.
I-
Not that I've seen it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was watching like Letterman or
No.
some sort of.
He
a-
hates to
He
talk
was
about
actually
it.
in the movies?
He went through a
Like-
phase
Oh,
where he
gross.
was. You didn't know that?
No.
No!
Yeah, I
I
actually.
advise you don't.
If you-
Yeah, don't
Well,
don't
look
don't
it up.
don't Google it.
Yeah.
Go down the rabbit hole.
If you Google
Don't go
it,
down
you'll
the
find
rabbit
the cover
hole.
of the video, the VHS tape. I thought about buying one too. 5 minutes, yeah. Okay, so we got 5 minutes left. I mean, we can keep going, but does anybody have a question? No? Yes.
Yeah, I watch Christmas Story every year, but my mother watches it every year, and since it first came out, and she's in her 90s now. Telling her, Mom, Christmas Story's on.
Every Christmas Eve we watch it as well at my house. The
Mhm.
kids are like, "That's my mom," and then my
It's
youngest
funny.
one is like, "No, it's not. It doesn't even look like her."
It's funny in Canada, like,
Most of the
it airs
Canadian
what,
made
like
It
actors-
only,
once?
it does, in Canada.
Like 90% of it's
literally.
filmed in
In the
Canada.
States, don't they have it like
24 hours.
24 hours,
It's
like
like
up to
24
24
hours.
right?
Most of the Canadian
Yeah.
actors
Yeah.
are passed,
Mm.
except the teacher.
Mm.
Most of the rest of them are gone. The guy who sold the Christmas trees, like he's a great actor. I love this guy.
What was
They're all
the guy?
gone
What was
now.
that guy's
They're all
name?
gone.
Yeah.
Dwayne?
Yeah.
What
The
was
guy
his
who sold
name?
the Christmas trees. Do you remember his name?
Not right offhand.
Carlson.
I could look it up, you know.
Carlson something, but.
Yeah,
he
Les
spent- he
Carlson.
spent- Yeah, Les Carlson, he spent years, acting at the Shaw Festival Theater, but he was a Christmas tree salesman.
Also a
and he
great
did-
character
he really did a
actor
good job.
in many, many movies, you know,
Yeah.
what we refer to as a character actor. He
Yes,
can,
sir, at the
you
front.
know, great guy, I loved him.
I'm
Yeah.
just curious if you guys like. Obviously, you guys are here today together, but like, do you guys keep in contact with each other or anyone else in the movie?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all local, so.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Except me.
Well,
No, like we just met.
Where do you
we
live,
just
Dwayne?
met
Drop the
Tom,
L,
so
and that's me.
it's fine.
Some
I
of
was
us have
filming.
kept
Where do you live
in
in?
touch with Dano, with
Local.
Peter, and Scotty,
I live in Port Hope.
Oh,
particularly
nice.
Jill.
I lived in Toronto
Yeah.
for years, just city.
Well, in the last couple of minutes, sorry, is that a question?
Yeah,
Or
it's a
do you
hand
just,
and a
Pointing at the ceiling.
So this one's for Wendy.
Of
How-
course.
How long did it take to do that take right there? Like,
Pointing out the window?
Yeah,
I don't think.
did they say, hey, cut, we got it?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I literally just had to point out the window. Right?
The
I think it was
longest
running to the
scene,
window that took the longest.
I
to
think,
get
yeah,
to.
because when we were all running
That
to the
one, and
window,
then when-
that took forever.
when Flick had his tongue
Oh,
done,
that
because
was-
Monica.
that
He
was
kept
one of
gagging
Yeah.
every time you walked in there.
Oh, Monica
Oh,
would
with the
die
bandage on
laughing.
his-
Oh, he
Yeah.
didn't make it 5 steps.
Do you remember,
We
do
just
you remember
gag,
Bob
gag.
Clark going to Wendy and I, girls, knock it off, we gotta get this
I do
film."
remember that.
And we were like, oh, God. We thought we were big, and then they ordered us all Whoppers. So then it was like 11 o'clock at night when we finally got out
That
of there,
was
but we
the
all had a Whopper. And I never
Schwartz
had one.
I think that was like
Yeah.
the first time we had a Whopper, cause it was just new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, I had quite a few with Peter.
Well, there you go.
I don't even remember that, but I sat in the very, very
Well,
back
that was his
corner,
favorite,
so-
right?
Yeah.
So playing chess with them in the other room, that's what he would order all the time.
Whoppers?
All
Okay, so
the
why
time.
were the girls told that we weren't allowed to
Yeah.
associate with the boys?
I don't know.
Exactly. Why was
Well,
that?
Just knew
Before
they
I
were,
forget my
I knew how to play chess.
I
that's it.
forgot.
That's crazy.
Because you would have been hit by plasticine, because that's all
Probably.
Scotty and Billy and.
See,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys were kinda naughty, like I was afraid to get
Kind
in
of
trouble.
naughty.
Toledo and
Remember
plasticine.
25 from it.
I don't
They were
remember.
naughty.
So we've only got about 2 or 3 minutes left. Any last words, Wayne?
I would like to point out that I went to the first one of these 25th anniversary. I might as well have stayed at home.
Mm.
First of all, I got flack from these guys are growing up now, okay, and they were running this thing. And everybody that they knew was getting $20 for the autograph. They only wanted to pay me $5. So I rebelled.
Mm.
As you'll pay me the same as the rest. And eventually they did. But it took another 20 years before they ever invited me again.
Didn't you go to the 25th?
And the only reason, well, around the 40th, they invited me again,
40th,
you know,
yeah.
somewhere like that.
Well, you guys couldn't find me on the 40th.
And the only reason was, thank you, public. They got
Yeah,
up in
public
arms,
demand,
they
right,
got up in
exactly.
arms and
And
said,
that's
where's
what,
Black
that's
Buck?
what's happened
We
over the
haven't-
years.
what
is
happened to this
Christmas
guy?
stories just grown
And all of a
grown.
sudden, I was
And,
worth money to
people
them.
have recognized that they
Mm.
wanna see some of
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
you know, anybody who's from the film.
And as a result,
Yeah.
you know, like I can't even fathom the result over the last several years of
It's
the
really been
fascination
phenomenal.
with Black Bart, except.
Okay, I think we're gonna get the hook here, so.